Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking another look at the 1981 C3 Corvette. The current plan on the Corvette is to see what we can do to make it faster. Now we have some unofficial quarter-mile track times, and really those times weren't super consistent. I don't have an accurate way to measure it besides rewatching the video and kind of seeing where I think I hit the quarter mile. A couple of you guys in the comments left something, I think it was called like a track buddy. I believe it's made by 1320 Video, and I'm looking into getting one of those. But what I would like to do to reliably get good times is to take it to the track. There's a track near me, it's local to me, it's called the Lucas Oil Motor Speedway. And they have something on Wednesdays, I believe it's called Wild Wednesday or Wacky Wednesday, something along those lines. And you can take your car there and pretty much race it. But there's a couple things that your car has to fit into for safety reasons. You can't have any cracks in your windshield. That's the main one. I have a crack in my windshield. And there's a couple other things. And my main concern, and would probably be the most embarrassing, is leaking. It leaks power steering fluid pretty bad, whether the car is on or off. It is leaking from the power steering valve. And underneath there's a little greaser, and I'll show it to you here later in the video. And it just leaks consistently, whether the car is on or off, or the power steering fluid is pumping or not pumping. It's at the lowest point on the system, and it just leaks it all out all over my driveway. So I've already placed one on order. It'll be here Thursday, and today's Saturday. So we have like 5 days to go before it even gets here. But in the meantime, we have some time to kill today. Before we get torn into this car though, I'm getting hungry, and I love Taco Bell. So we're gonna take the Corvette and we're gonna go head to Taco Bell. All right, let's get this car started. Easy as that. Before I take the car apart, I want to go get some Taco Bell, you know. If I had to guess how many times a week I go to Taco Bell, it's probably 4 or 5 times a week. Really, I think I'd like the steering wheel lower. Just like that. There we go. More race car. Lean back farther. See if we can do a little burnout real quick. No burnout. There was a little bit of spinach. I don't know what was spinning. Thank you. It's always nice when you get compliments for not even doing anything, just for existing in the car. People are like, nice car. It's very nice. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we're here at the Taco Bell. Not any Taco Bell, the Taco Bell, my local Taco Bell. Now, I'm going to tell you my #1 problem with this car. There's no cup holders. Where am I supposed to put my Baja Blast? All right, it's our turn. I have a mobile order for James. Baja Blast? Yes. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Safety. So what I do is I put the drink between my legs. Just gets a little chilly. Thanks, man. All right, let's get home, eat some tacos, get to work on this car, right? Now this camera down here I'm talking to this camera. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme with Pedro Pascal, and he's like, and you should know this too. That's how I feel right now. So,
and it continues to sort of burn, but I've gotten to the point, you should know this too.
Here we are back at the shop. We got the Taco Bell, and my food's getting cold. Here in a minute, when I bring you back, we're going to be digging into this car. We're just going to go ahead and get that valve off, take a little look at it. And you know what? We might as well just rip it apart because we're getting it replaced anyways. So I'm going to eat my tacos, probably watch some Vice Grip Garage, and maybe check out if Cletus McFarland has any new videos. But that's what I'll do, and then we'll come back to the car. So here we go. Okay guys, I just opened this up, like just unpeeled it. Does that look like somebody took a bite out of it? Like, come on. That's not my bite, I promise. Here, I'll take a bite here. That's my bite. Did one of you guys bite my taco? Not cool. We're back. We're gonna jack this car up. We're gonna rip this wheel off, and we're gonna get this part, put it on the workbench, tear it all apart, take a look inside. I am wearing different clothes. Why? Well, when you get grease on enough good clothes, you know, the first few times it's an honest mistake. After that, it's just pure ignorance. And I've been ignorant long enough. Work clothes, work car. See, I got a hole in it. So let's get this done. We're going to be using this M12 stubby impact. This is the one that's rated for like 550 foot-pounds, but you have to have the right battery on it. I have the jack stand in the tire. We'll be fine. Well, somebody's been driving around once it's a little muddy. That would be me. So this is the culprit. A couple years ago, I replaced the hoses on it, and those aren't leaking. I replaced these upper hoses as well, and I believe 2 years ago is how long it was, I replaced the power steering pump. So that's new. So the only other thing left is the actual ram and this valve. And if you look right here, you can actually see this grease fitting dripping actively. So this valve is bad. And if it ever gets to the point where it's dripping, that means the seal inside is blown. So you can see right here, directly under it, is a puddle. So we're going to be swapping this guy out today. I'm assuming when I take these lines off, they're going to leak everywhere. But we're going to have to take these two, and then we're going to have to take this off. The other side, it connects to the arm. So we're going to take those off and go sit it on the workbench. All right, let's see what happens. There we go. Perfect. We're just going to crack all of them loose. Make sure they can all come off first. Yeah, see, that one wants to splay. There. All right. And this one back here is a bigger size. So let's just go ahead and unscrew these, and then we'll get that guy done. Flare nut wrenches would be nice right now. Go to Harbor Freight and get me some Icon flare nut wrenches. I don't even know if they have those yet. I heard they're giving Snap-on a run for their money. I've seen some people say that they're better. I've seen other people say, oh, they're just not as good, but they're about equal to Snap-on. Well, for the price point you're getting them at versus what you'd pay for Snap-on, I'd say they're winning. Not everybody's using their tools every day and pushing their tools to the max, you know, where they need the ultimate tool. Like these are gear wrenches. I like those. They've been more than enough for what I need. Okay guys, a couple things. I was just rolling around looking under the car, checking the damage. Not really any damage, to see how the rust was, but I was just looking like, oh, this is doing good. I need to replace the powered antenna, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm looking and I'm like, oh, well, I must have lost the other little downpipe that I had here. That probably fell off last drive. I just had tacked it on with the welder. And then I lost this thing like a year ago. So it's been chilling out under there. And it still works. Harbor Freight Light. I'm so glad I just found that. I'll have to undo this bolt. And then that should unscrew. This will unscrew. And then we have that bolt on the top to do. And we should be good. I'm going to replace this cotter pin if the new one doesn't come with one. Oh yeah. Ugh. Just like that. I'm curious as to how hard it's going to be to take this arm off of here. Okay guys, we're back. Some time has passed between when I ended and came back. I had to go do some errands. I picked up pickle fork or tie rod separator. This should do what I need it to do. So we'll take this tire back off. See that lovely chip paint right there? I have no idea what's causing that. That's getting worse. All right. So if I had to guess, we just kind of like stick that right there and just hammer it. Look at the beans. There it is. All right. So it just popped loose. Sorry if you didn't see that. There. So it has separated. And so we should. Okay, guys. I think it's slowly coming off. Now, I probably should have taken these hoses off. I'm probably getting a bunch of gunk in the lines. I'll make sure to clean them out. The hoses just keep getting caught. There we go. All right. There's our valve. So let's put this bolt back where it goes. I don't think we'll have to reuse it, but we might. That's what it looks like. This right here is my fault. I was smashing with the hammer trying to get this to break loose. And all I needed was this guy. So we got the part out. That was quick and easy. Now I'm just going to leave this oil pan under here for whatever fluid comes out. And I'll bring you guys back once the part comes in.